record and cause number M1941084, the state of Texas versus Demetrius Mills. This is a hearing for purposes of the defendant entering an agreed plea. Therefore, the state of Texas has waived its appearance. We are appearing over Zoom video conference with the court's probation officer, the court's court reporter, Demetrius Mills, the defendant, and his lawyer, Ms. Shawn Watkins. Mr. Mills, can you raise your right hand, please?
Can you see?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Are you Demetrius Mills?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you agree that we do your plea over Zoom video conference?
Yes, ma'am.
So what I'm gonna need you to do is to hold the phone still and keep your focus on this hearing right now, if you don't mind.
Oh, my bad. I'm on break. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna try and get it done as quickly as I can. What is your date of birth?
08/11/94.
And you are Demetrius Mills.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand what you're charged with? Failure to ID. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the range of punishment?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you discussed your rights with your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to have a trial? There you go, moving the phone again. I can't see your face.
No, I'm outside. I'm trying to hear you.
Okay.
I'm trying to move the speaker to my ear.
Do you want to have a trial?
No, ma'am.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you believe your client is mentally competent?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Mills, what is your plea?
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. While the evidence is sufficient to find you guilty, instead of doing that, I'm going to place you on deferred adjudication probation for 6 months. Also assessing a $250 fine plus court costs. As long as you meet your probation conditions, after the 6 months, this case will be dismissed. Do you understand, however, this case will still appear on your criminal record unless you take steps to conceal it?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand one of the steps you can take is file a petition for non-disclosure?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that a non-disclosure is a court order to the Texas Department of Public Safety to not disclose your criminal record to the general public?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that even if that petition for non-disclosure is granted, there are certain agencies that will still have access to this record?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand those agencies include law enforcement, schools, hospitals, federal securities agencies, and many more?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you understand ultimately this case will never be completely removed from your criminal record unless you receive a pardon from the governor of Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Watkins, do you have anything you want to add at this time?
No, well, I do, Your Honor. Actually, my client is really just getting back on his feet, and we would ask that you allow his jail time to be applied towards his court costs and fine.
Do you know how much he has at this point?
I believe he has, was it 3 days, Mr. Mills? How long did you
Yes,
stay in
ma'am.
jail?
Yes, ma'am. It was about 3 days I was in jail.
Was it at
Okay.
Lusterit, sir?
I was in Mesquite for a little while, and then I was in Lusteric, and then after a while they gave me a PR bond.
Okay, so tell me what time do you remember that you went in at Mesquite?
It was roughly in the morning the day I got charged.
In the morning. So was it was after 12 midnight?
It was kind of around noon. I'm not sure if it was 11 or after the 12. It was
Okay, and
somewhere
do you
around
know
that
how many
time.
nights you spent in Mesquite?
I spent one night. I spent one night in Mesquite.
And then you went to Lusterit. Do you remember how many nights you stayed in Lusterit?
2 days.
2 days, 2 nights. So you slept there 2 nights?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Ms. Watkins, do you have the personal data information sheet that begins with the attorney information, ends with the judge who completed the plea?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, I'm gonna stop